Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to Journey to the Moon. Today is August 20th, 2017. In this video, I'm going to talk about my mid-month picks, coins that I'm looking at that will do good in the next 30 days and I have my eyes on. A quick glance at the market. Obviously, we're here at, pretty much all-time highs. 145 billion for the total overall market cap. Bitcoin still above 4,000. There's some FUD between Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash. That's a whole different video. I'm sure you've seen other videos talking about that. Like I said, this video is about coins. I'm looking at new coins that I'm looking at to fare well, or I'm bullish on in the next 30 days. Neo, slightly above $40. It did go to like 30, 32 for a low, but it's come back up, and definitely expect it to continue to be above 40 as the red pulse sale will happen today in a matter of hours. And of course, you can only invest in this ICO with Neo. So with that being said, I expect people to keep their original Neo positions and just buy more Neo for the sake of the ICO. Now, going to the coin that's really caught my attention the past couple days is Binance Coin. And I had seen it earlier when in the beginning of the month. It was doing this little rumblings here, but when I clicked on it, I really couldn't find much information. I went to the markets. That's the first thing I saw, and okay, it's Binance Coin on its own exchange. So that kind of, I didn't really know anything about it. I was like, okay, you can only get it on this exchange. So I was okay. And then when I went to social, there was really nothing there. I went to an announcement. It took me to the website. I was trying to see like a forum, try to read up on it, trying to see a community. But it brought me to this page, and then I just saw that it was, a Chinese exchange, but it didn't really tell me much. So I kind of just like slept on it. But then I just saw that it just kept pumping and pumping until it finally hit $2. And when I went back and looked at it, I mean, it's done a 2,000% return in less than 3 weeks. So if we look at August 1st here, it was sitting at 10 cents. And ran up all the way to, $2.50, $2. Yeah, I mean, once it hit $2, that was a 20x return, 2,000% return. I was like, wait, how did I sleep on this? What is going on? So it turns out it's like a leading exchange here with some interesting pairs. One of them being gas. As we know, gas is, you get gas by having Neo, which we'll get into right now. Then I saw this bullish piece here just saying that, China's leading exchange distributing gas to those with Neo. So basically, if you have Neo on the exchange, they're gonna give you the gas that Neo yields, unlike some other exchanges. But honestly, I mean, okay, if you have 1,000 Neo in your wallet, you'll receive roughly 90 gas in the last 30 days. I mean, if you have 1,000 Neo, I wouldn't keep it on the exchange. I'd have it in the wallet. But it is a nice service that I guess you're having it on an exchange, and the exchange is taking care of that for you. But at the end of the day, I mean, if you have 1,000 Neo, you pretty much have what, $4,000? No, $40,000. So I wouldn't have that on the exchange, right? I mean, 40 times 1,000 is 40,000, so I wouldn't have that on the exchange. But it's nice. But again, if you look at gas here, which I am fairly bullish on as well. If you look at gas and we go to markets, Binance does have 85% of the volume, which is a plus for Binance in a way that they're monopolizing gas. But not only that, again, if you look at the interesting trade pairs here, they're having DNT Monaco, which is again confirmed here. People are still waiting for DNT to go on Bittrex, which I've heard Bittrex is looking at it now. I think that's the rumor. But if you see my past couple of videos, DNT has already done a 10x, and being that is going to go to Binance, we'll see how the volume will affect that August 22nd. So continuing Binance, Monaco, which has done fairly well in the past couple of days. It's also done a 10x this month. Will be on Binance the next day, August 23rd. And if we continue to look at Binance, here's the exchange. There was something they said that they're adding more. The announcement here. They're adding more coins. Oh, here it is. Binance will add ICN. Here it is. OpenX and ICN on top of districts in Monaco. So they're adding more to their trade pairs with Ethereum, which again, the more trade pairs they have, the more volume they have, the better for the exchange itself. The more BNB should grow. But then when I looked at it, I kept looking at it, I saw this, where they were saying every quarter they will use 20% of their profits to buy back BNB and destroy them. So they'll be burning their own tokens until they buy 50% of the BNB back, 100 million, and leave only 100 million remaining. Again, if they have the total supply is 200 million right now. The only thing that's circulating right now is 100 million because it just came out this year. The total supply will be 200 million, but as time goes on, they're gonna buy back their own tokens, burn them, which would, increase the value, right? I mean, scarcity increases the value. So this is just the beginning. On top of the coins they're gonna pump, on top of the coins they're gonna add. I really like to see where this is going. If this is the leading Chinese exchange, with Neo being the new Ethereum and they're having gas and they're honoring the gas, I really want to see where BNB will go. It's done a 20x, so I just can't deny what it's done in the past couple months. But moving forward from Binance, here's UBIQ, one I've been looking at as well, and they're talking about Binance too. So UBIQ's trying to get on Binance. Here's Geo, who ran up a couple days ago, will now become a UBIQ token. So if you look at Geo coin here, it is down a negative 27 for the day. But I mean, come on, guys. I mean, look at this wall. It's really ridiculous. I mean, it went from 40 cents to, like 275 in a matter of 24 hours. Let me scroll in there. Okay, I guess it was at under $1 to like $4, $3.90. Yeah, I mean, it was a really big pop. I remember watching it. It pumped like 300%. So for it to be down, negative 30%, I mean, people are just taking profits. And this was on the announcement that they got it added to Bittrex. But UBIQ itself has things going on for it. Not just adding Geo, but obviously going to Binance. But they're also working with Quark and APX, and they'll be handling the 14 million in assets. So UBIQ itself is a coin I'm also bullish on. Let's go to UBIQ. UBIQ did pump and it went back down. Yeah, so here it is. I mean, before the whole crypto crash, I remember I had some. It was like at 250. Trying to find it. The all-time high was like 275 at one point. Well, anyways, the market crashed, went down under $1. But with that initial news, it did come back up to 244, and let's see, it's sitting at 180. I think that's a good buy. Any UBIQ under $2 is a good buy, as I do expect it to go back over $2. So I'm definitely watching UBIQ and expect it to go over $2. ZRX has returned, has done a 10x for ICO investors, as the ICO price was 5 cents. It hit Ether Delta early, and some people got in at 20 cents. Even the people that got in on Ether Delta early, before moving to Liquid, got in, and it's ran up all the way to 50 cents when it pumped to Poloniex, as Poloniex added it, less than a day ago. It ran up to 50 cents. It's at 44 cents right now. But as far as ICO investors, they got their money worth. Even the people that bought an Ether Delta at 20 cents, they've already doubled their money, sitting at 44 cents right now. I mean, ZRX, it's just came out. I mean, the market cap's, $250,000. I mean, anything under 40 cents, I think is a good buy. For it to break that all-time high again, it'd be interesting. But as far as the people that got into ICO, they've already done a 10x. So speaking of ICOs, here's Blockcat that just came out a couple days ago. It just hit the exchanges here. You can see the volume. But the ICO price was about 89 cents. It was under 90 cents, $1. It hits the exchanges, and you can see here it's at $2. So it's already done a 1x. It's already gone up 100%. More than that, as you can see, if you got in at $1 and it hit 260. But the thing with, as you can see, the question marks here with the Blockcat. I mean, what is Blockcat? Blockcat, you shouldn't have to be an expert to use smart contracts. Blockcat lets anyone create, manage, and deploy smart contracts on the Ethereum blockchain with just a few clicks. No programming required. That's a pretty much a roundabout sentence for what Blockcat is. But being with the ICO, they raised under 24,000 Ethereum, just under 24,000 Ethereum, for a total about with 300. For around, like, what was the price of Ethereum? I think the total market cap was a $4 million ICO. Is that what it was? What was the price of Ethereum? 300. So I guess like a 7 million ICO. Yeah, I think they raised 7 million. So going back to Blockcat, the market cap's not that high. There's still a lot of room to grow if the Blockcat really is under 10 million. Still has that question mark. Let me refresh the page. Yeah, so being the market cap so low and the ICO was so low, I would expect Blockcat to continue to multiply for ICO investors. But let's look at the markets here. Yeah, it's just on Ether Delta. Once it hits other exchanges, it could do what ZRX did. Again, it's just a coin that just came out with the volume in the ICO. So one I'm looking at to continue to raise in value. But speaking of ZRX and Blockcat ICOs returning ridiculous returns, I just saw this article by Cointelegraph less than an hour ago talking about ICOs entering the second phase. I thought the USA was a no-go area for crypto, for Bitcoin, especially for ICOs. Well, not so much. Apparently, under SAFT, which stands for Simple Agreement for Future Tokens or Equity under SEC Regulation D, you can register an ICO confirming it is only available to accredited investors. Boom. You have a fully compliant ICO. The only downside is that you have to become a millionaire to be an accredited investor. Oh, well, what are you going to do? So now that ICO mania has ran rampant, and everybody wants to do an ICO, and the new term is called TGE, token generation. What is it? Token generation. Oh my god, I can't believe I forgot it. Anyways, they're not called ICOs anymore. They're called token generation events. Oh my god, what's the E stand for? I can't remember. But now you gotta be an accredited investor. So I can see this as the SEC is just overseeing ICOs, and it's gonna be harder and harder to invest in ICOs. We saw Decentraland yesterday. It sold out in like 20 seconds, and a lot of people weren't happy with that, with the whales. So now that you gotta be an accredited investor and have $1 million, to invest in an ICO. It's going to be harder and harder to invest in ICOs. You know, but there's still some good coins out there. Ultimately, as far as this list, I mean, I talked about Binance for, you know, half the video. I'm still bullish on Neo. UBIQ is the one I'm looking at. You know, let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys are looking at. But Binance, UBIQ are definitely two coins I'm adding to my bag on top of my Neo bag. Let me know what you guys think. Like, comment, subscribe. Until then, I'll see you on the moon.